Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 275th episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So to finish off this 50-album-long set of 90s classics, I thought it was only right to get back to one of the most important and genre-shifting duos to come out of New York in the Golden Age, that being Guru and DJ Premier, who together formed Starr. I initially brought up these titans of boom bap in my first list of essential 90s LPs, where I discussed my personal favorite release of theirs, which is their 1998 magnum opus Moment of Truth, but I also covered their 1990 sophomore effort that really saw them come into their own sound-wise and stylistically, 1990 Step in the Arena. That isn't to say their debut project, 1989's No More Mr. Nice Guy, isn't a worthwhile album deserving of your time. It's more just that DJ Premier and Guru still had progress to be made in their respective crafts, which I'm sure is something Primo would tell you himself. This was another pick where I found myself switching back and forth between two potential options at least 3 or 4 times, and while I obviously ended up going with their 1994 masterpiece Hard to Earn, it just barely beat out the 1992 classic that preceded it, Daily Operation, which I love so much it's virtually tied with their 4th studio full-length here as my second favorite project the duo ever released. It's really so close that it kinda reminds me of groups like A Tribe Called Quest or De La Soul, or rappers like Jay-Z and MF Doom, where the discographies are so dense and universally respected that the order of their output from worst to best can and usually will vary depending on who you ask. I totally respect and understand why so many people name this thing their personal favorite Starr album, because as groundbreaking and endlessly enjoyable as the 2 albums that came before it are, I feel like Hard to Earn is where they pretty much perfected the formula that they'd spent years tweaking and polishing. And again, I may prefer the LP that followed this one, but at the end of the day, it's like the difference between an A and an A+, which is why you virtually always see both albums on any given list of the top 100 or even top 50 90s hip-hop albums. Premier Nonstop shows us why he's considered one of the most prolific DJs, producers, and beatmakers to ever partake in the craft, with absolute top-of-the-line sample flips over immaculate drum loops, topped off with Primo's iconic cuts and scratches. But as amazing as practically every single beat on Hard to Earn is, they ultimately would have gone to waste if they didn't have a personable and seasoned MC to do them justice. And luckily that didn't end up being the case, as the late icon Guru not only had one of the smoothest voices in hip-hop, but he was actually a really impressive lyricist who, in my opinion, often gets a bit overlooked for his pen. I think he had a great handle on putting together captivating verses full of killer rhyme schemes and imagery, and one of the many moments where these qualities are on full display here comes in the second half of the track Brainstorm, where Guru raps, "It takes at least 2 to tango so you can get strangled from any angle as I get buck on ducks. All the sexy girlies want to push up close to the man with the most who don't flaunt his ego. Some motherfuckers ain't as gifted. Not everyone can move the crowd and uplift it. I'm sick with the shit like a bullet's trajectory, so don't stand next to me. It's like a warm sensation when my shells hit. You were wrong, you know what you did, so you fell quick to the pavement. No signs of body movement. See, I knew it, yo, I had to do it. And it's cool to duel, but don't slip up, fool. 'Cause I'ma leave you dead and stinking like a cesspool. And all the chicks know what's going on, 'cause baby, there ain't no sunshine when I'm gone. And you can beg for me to stay and parlay, but sorry, I gots to go, got bills to pay. See, by nature I'm godly when I touch the mic. It's never too hard for me to let out a mastermind of mad clout, huh? Me and my gang's gonna swarm, brainstorm." One moment on Hard to Earn that's basically mandatory to at least mention is the massive single Mass Appeal, which really took the duo to new heights and also features one of the most iconic DJ Premier instrumentals ever, which is definitely saying something with his production discography. Of course, with a beat that instantly recognizable, you need a stellar verse to accompany it, and that's exactly what Guru gives us on that song from front to back. Starting with, "No way, you'll never make it. Come with the weak shit, I'll break it. Step into my zone, mad rhymes will stifle ya. Lines like rifles go blast when I kick some ass. A lot of rappers be like one-time wonders. Couldn't say a fly rhyme if there was one right under their noses. I hate these motherfucking posers. And with my unique skills, nah, you can't compare me. And no, we don't make whack tracks, and all the suckers get pushed back when I'm kicking real facts. I represent, set up shit like a tent. Boy, you're paranoid cause you're a son like Elroy, and you'd be happy as hell to get a record deal. Maybe your soul you'd sell to have mass appeal." As you may have guessed, all the production here is handled by Primo himself. I mean, it's credited as both members of Starr, but I think we all know it was mainly, if not entirely, DJ Premier crafting these beats. However, there are some guest appearances on this thing, one being the legendary duo Nice and Smooth, and the rest are various members of the Starr Foundation collective, including co-founder Big Shug, Drew the Damager, and both Lil Dap and Malachi the Nutcracker of Group Home. When it comes down to my 3 favorite songs overall on this top tier LP, I would definitely have to go with Mass Appeal, Code of the Streets, and Tons of Guns. But then with my honorable mentions, I still have to shout out a number of tracks like A Long Way to Go, DYWCK, Suckers Need Bodyguards, Now You're Mine, Comin' for the Dad Ass, Words from the Nutcracker, Speak Ya Clout, FALA, and Blowing Up the Spot. Thank you for watching my 275th video, and now that we're finally done with this extensive list of 90s classics, we can once again move on to some more personal favorites from the 2010s up until now. So look out for that upload, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite moments are off this staple of 90s New York boom bap. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.